16 years ago, the 2001 NFL Draft, it started off with one of the more notable trades in NFL history. The Falcons traded the 5th overall pick to get the 1st overall pick. They moved up to get Michael Vick, and the Chargers went back to 5 and got what turned out to be LaDainian Tomlinson, a Hall of Famer. So top pick, 1 overall, was Michael Vick. Leonard Davis went 2 to the Cardinals. Browns went with Gerard Warren.
Don't even mention the Browns pick.
Bengals 4 was Justin Smith, who had a wonderful NFL career. 5, LaDainian Tomlinson. But, Kay, the notable one to me, I'm looking at Drew Brees 32 to San Diego, and then
Ice up, son.
3rd round, Steve Smith Sr. Back then, he was just some guy named Steve Smith, wondering what he would be as a 3rd-round pick. Number 74 overall to the Carolina Panthers.
He knew what he would be, Kyle.
You did. You know what? Steve Smith has said, the Sporting News ran an article on him saying he's the worst pick ever. He put the article in his locker and said, let's see this bleep come tell that to my face. Steve Smith told that story.
I mean, look at that draft right there. You have Vick Tomlinson, Reggie Wayne, who's now at the NFL Network, Drew Brees, Steve Smith, just to name a few, Richard Seymour, Steve Hutchinson, Drew Brees, obviously, and Chris Jenkins, who was a very good defensive tackle in this league.
Hutch will be in the Hall of Fame.
Hutch is a Hall of Fame candidate, for sure. Very rich NFL draft, 2001, one of the better ones we've seen in the hot draft time machine.
Well, let's go around the year in sports, also in the time machine. You want to start with one of the worst Super Bowls of my lifetime? Ravens-Giants, completely one-sided. This Ravens team was unstoppable, coached by close friend of the show, Brian Buck, and there is Brandon Stokely early in the game. The game was pretty much over then because the only question was, would Trent Dilfer be able to put up enough offense? He did. You remember there's Jamal Lewis, of course, just a monster. This is the Jim Fossil. This team is going to the playoffs. They get all the way to the Super Bowl and get smashed. Curious enough, Ray Lewis was the MVP. Peter, he wasn't in the Disney commercial, was he?
They did not do the Disney commercial.
They went with Trent Dilfer, and he went to Disneyland itself. By the way, you know what I loved about the Super Bowl? The halftime. The halftime was good. We had Aerosmith at the height of their don't want to miss a thing fame. Yeah. There is Britney, who wore a sock on her arm. That is a Saint Lunatic on the right named Nelly.
She was wearing game pants.
Yeah, she was
football pants.
Britney looked really good that night. I was 22 years old and a fan. And then there was also NSYNC. I don't know why Justin Timberlake is only in the picture. Where's Chris Kirkpatrick? Where's Joey Fatone?
The year after No Strings Attached.
Oh, they were monsters. Wow. This was a great halftime show. Meanwhile, in baseball, we had Barry Bonds, who made a complete mockery of the sports, hitting 73 home runs. I think Barry saw about 78 good pitches that year and hit 73 home runs. And everyone's saying, this is great, the long ball, he's socking dingers. Do you think maybe something was going on? His head was still growing as an adult man. 73 home runs, passing McGuire's mark of 70.
It was just lotion, Kyle.
It was lotion, it was something. And then finally, at least we had somebody to cleanse the sports world after Barry Bonds. Someone you can root for, a real hero. Guys, bring it up. Give me Lance Armstrong. Here you go. This is a guy from Texas who just wants to be on his bike all by himself. Kay is dating Sheryl Crow. All he wants to do is have some fun. What a hero for the American sports landscape. Turns out he's a complete cheater, fraud, and a steroid abuser as well.
Come on.
Peter, by the way, what's
the cancer survivor?
Yeah, it's great. I mean, we applaud him for that, and he was a cheater. Look, it's a complicated legacy, and you know it, but he cheated.
He cheated to death.
You hate cheaters. Barry Bonds just got pillarized. I mean, you just went to town on Barry Bonds.
Bonds is a pariah. Peter, you're a media member? Ask media members who work those Giants games about Barry Bonds.
In your defense, started off with, this was a tough year for you.
It was, yes. But Britney looked awesome. Love you, Britney. That's the year in sports.
2001 was an okay year. You know what ended? Baywatch ended that year. The long series of Baywatch. And I'm reading
Yasmin
right now.
Bleeth, big fan of her.
Yes, Variety.com is saying that the Baywatch movie, the remake, is a lot dirtier than the show.
It's an R-rated film.
The show I could not even have on at my house.
Is that the one?
Yeah, I mean, it was, those bathing suits were slim cut.
It was unbelievable.
CJ Parker.
R-rated.
No, it's not wrong, Sean. It's not wrong. I will also have you guys know that 2001 was the year that Alex Trebek, the longtime, of course, host of Jeopardy, appeared for the first time without his trademark mustache.